under Robinson, a former Illinois State assistant, spent 4 years under Porter Moser in Normal from 2003 to 2007. Also the associate head coach for Porter at Loyola University, and most recently, before he took the Cleveland State job, he was an assistant coach at Iowa State. This is how the Vikings will line up this afternoon for this title tilt. One forward spot belongs to Isaac Abide, 6'8", 211, a redshirt junior out of Albany, Georgia, transfer out of Wichita State, averages 3 points and 2 rebounds per game. The other forward spot's a good one, Dylan Arnett, 6'9", 240, a junior out of Chicago, Illinois, 11.5 points per game and a team-high 7 rebounds per contest. Also led the Horizon League, shooting at a 62% clip from the floor. 3 guards for Cleveland State. The point guard, Abrima Deba, 6'6", 207, a redshirt senior out of Sweden. He's a 2-time transfer, began his career at Coastal Carolina, then spent last year at South Carolina. 3.5 points and a team-high 4 assists per game. He's had 8 assists in a ball game 4 different times this year. Taj Stavesky is the shooting guard, 6'1", 185, a redshirt sophomore out of Sandusky, Ohio. He's a transfer out of Canisius. Second the ball club, 12.5 points per game, but he's averaging 22 per game here down in Daytona Beach. And the other guard, Tevin Smith, 6'4", 200, the senior out of Danville, Illinois. He's a transfer to the University of Denver, team high 14 points per game, 4 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and he ranks 6th in the Horizon League with 40 block shots. The starting 5 for Cleveland State again, it's Abide, Arnett, Deba, Stavesky, and Smith. Now for the Birds under head coach Ryan Peden, a record of 48 victories and 52 defeats in his 3 years on the Redbird sidelines. Birds will switch up the starting lineup due to the Jack Doherty injury. Ty Pence will make his 19th start, the 6'6 sophomore out of St. Joseph's, Illinois. 7.5 points, 4 rebounds a game, but he's averaging 16 points and 8 rebounds over the 2 games here in Daytona. The other forward spot belongs to Jordan Davis, 6'4", 200, a senior out of La Crosse, Wisconsin. 5 points, 4 rebounds a game. Chase Walker will jump center, the first-team All-Valley performer, a team-high 15.3 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per contest. He's averaging 24 points and 9 rebounds here in Daytona Beach. He's knocked down 67% of his shots from the floor so far here in the CBI. The point guard is Dalton Banks, the all-defensive selection. He's been in double figures in 7 of his last 8, averaging 10 points and a team-high 4 assists per contest. And Johnny Kinzinger rounds out the starting 5, the second-team All-Valley performer, 14.5 points, and he's been in double figures in 29 of his 34 games this year. The Redbird 5, it's Dalton Banks, Jordan Davis, Johnny Kinzinger, Ty Pence, and Chase Walker. Those are your starting lineups presented by your Illinois Ford dealers. Home of the award-winning F-Series, America's best-selling truck, 47 years straight. That's because they're built for tough. Visit buyfordnow.com. Today's pregame coverage brought to you by State Farm. State Farm can help you create an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Our opening tip-off presented by Hy-Vee is coming up next. It's the Birds in Cleveland State in the championship game of the College Basketball Invitational here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Stay with us. This is Illinois State Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products. We've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it. Times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
Redbird Nation, in the market for a new vehicle, the Bloomington Normal Auto Mall has you covered.
Stop by today at 1430 Fort Jesse Road in Normal and ask about Redbird VIP pricing for all Illinois State University students, parents, teachers, alumni, and fans. The Bloomington Normal Auto Mall, proud partners of Redbird Athletics.
I'm Bob Dobsky, and I'm personally inviting you to come into Rob Dobbs Restaurant this week for lunch. Enjoy a delicious meal from the new Rob Dobbs lunch menu during your workday, and you don't have to worry about a long wait as we have plenty of seating. From our handcrafted burgers, specialty sandwiches, or variety of salads, you'll be ready to take on the rest of your day.
And how long's the wait to be seated, Bob?
Just a little, Jules.
See our lunch menu when you visit robdobbsbn.com.
We all have a mission in life. For some, it's sinking that game-winning shot. For others, it's cheering for your team from the sidelines. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. We're here for the Bloomington Normal community to make your life just a little bit easier. Whatever your mission, we're here to support it, so you can get back to the court, the field, or the stands. Your life, our mission. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org/mission.
Blake Haas back in Studio A, the network studios. Illinois State Redbirds, final game of the year, playing in the CBI championship game. John Fitzgerald and Mike Matthews have the call for you in just a few. You're listening to AM 1230, FM 102.1 WJBC, Bloomington Normal Cumulus Media Station, and 98.9 WJEZ as well. Pontiac, Bloomington. Don't forget, tomorrow night, it's Illinois State women's basketball at the Shirk Center. Our pregame gets underway at 6:20, but now it's go time from the championship game.
On the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield, this has been the State Farm Redbird pregame show. State Farm, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Illinois State basketball is also brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
Pass left corner for three, rattles and falls, count the basket, all the way to the rim with the right hand, layup is good. Quick trigger three, knocks it down. That ball didn't even hit the iron. Banks looking to get it in to a curling Kinzinger baseline jumper for the win. Book it.
Now, turn it up. It's game time. This is the CBI tournament. The tip is moments away. Now to courtside. Here's Mike Matthews and the voice of the Redbirds, John Fitzgerald.
From the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida, the championship game, the 2025 Purple College Basketball Invitational, pitting Ryan Peden and the Illinois State Redbirds against Cleveland State out of the Horizon League as the Birds look to lock up their first ever postseason championship victory here this afternoon on the eastern shores of Florida. It's the 21-14 Illinois State Redbirds and the 23-12 Cleveland State Vikings for the title of the 2025 CBI tournament here in Daytona Beach. Before we dive into this afternoon's keys to the game, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification, 10 for an ID. This is Redbird basketball from Learfield.
You're listening to AM 1230, FM 102.1 WJBC, Bloomington Normal Cumulus Media Station, and 98.9 WJEZ, Pontiac, Bloomington, a Cumulus Media Station back down to the Sunshine State.
It's now time for our keys to the game, brought to you by the Bloomington Normal Auto Mall on the corner of Fort Jesse and Towanda in Normal. And Mike Matthews, what do the Birds need to do to be able to pack some hardware back to normal?
Okay, Fitz, listen up. 15-plus assists. Need to share the basketball. They like to jump out Cleveland State into the passing lanes, move the ball side to side, swing the ball. 15-plus assists. Turnovers under 15. They'll steal the ball. They'll pressure the ball. They'll trap the ball. They'll press. Under 15 turnovers for the Birds. And then limit Cleveland State's offensive rebounds to under 12. They really go to the offensive glass hard. So if we can keep them to 12 or under offensive rebounds, it's going to be a Bird W.
And a championship for Ryan Peden and his ball club. Those are your keys to the game, presented by the Bloomington Normal Auto Mall. Stop by today, 1434 Jesse Road, and ask about VIP pricing for all Illinois State staff, students, teachers, alumni, and parents. The Bloomington Normal Auto Mall, a proud partner of Redbird basketball. Sixth meeting all time between the Birds and the Vikings of Cleveland State. Illinois State holds a 4-1 edge In the previous 5 encounters, 2 of those took place in the postseason, both in the NIT in consecutive years, and both took place in Cleveland back in 1987 and 1988. Birds break huddle in their home whites. Red letters and numbers, Illinois State across the chest in 2 levels, Cleveland State in their road blacks with green letters and numbers trimmed in white, Vikings across the chest. That is today's uniform report presented by Starcrest Cleaners. It's Dylan Arnett at 6'9" against Chase Walker, 6'9" for the Birds. Our officiating crew, the referee is Michael Kitts. The umpires, Brian Zink and Jason Bradwell. The toss, the tap, and the opening touch here in this title tilt, controlled by the Vikings of Cleveland State out of the Horizon League. Abrima Diba is going to run the point. Birds open up man-to-man defensively. Tevin Smith out high left side. Top of the key, Abide. Dump down low, Arnett. He's right of the key. Up top, Staveski fires an 18-foot jumper. It rattles off the mark, and Kinzinger collects the Redbird rebound. Up ahead to Banks. Takes it to the offensive end. Birds left to right here in this opening half. Just underway, 30 seconds going by. Birds' first touch of the night offensively. Banks top side against the Cleveland State man-to-man. Takes to the left block. Up top, Walker left wide open for 3. He pulled the string a little bit short, and the rebound run down by Diba of Cleveland State. Diba's going to take it to the foul line at the other end. Down the paint, left to the key. Kissed it home off the window and in. Got to lull everybody to sleep on the dribble penetration as he went coast to coast, has his first 2 for the transfer out of the University of South Carolina. Cleveland State draws first blood. 2-0 Vikings. A minute going by. Here's Walker out front, crosses over on Arnett, gets it into the paint, all the way to the rim with the left hand, lays it in. Chase Walker went right down Broadway, has his first 2. And we're even at 2 apiece. 18:43 to go, just underway on this Wednesday afternoon here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Here's Staveski, guarded by Banks, up top over to Arnett. That's going to be a great matchup, Arnett against Walker. Staveski probes into the paint, gives to Diba. He'll drive on Kinzinger, pull-up jumper from 10 and left it short, and Jordan Davis clears away the Redbird rebound. Quickly into the forecourt comes Pence. Now gives it left corner over Walker, drives on the baseline. Here comes the double, circles back out, picks up his dribble, whip out past Kinzinger, fakes a 3, relocate, now takes it right wing on the front of the rim, and it rolls off. Arnett pulls down the 2-handed rebound for the Vikings. Tied at 2, 2 minutes gone by. A whistle and a foul at the other end in transition. That's going to go against Isaac Abide, the redshirt junior transfer out of Wichita State. He gets called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, that was really a silly foul on Abide's part. It's right out in front of the official, and he kind of wrapped his, or hooked, if you will, his arm around Johnny's neck. So an easy call early on.
First foul on either ball club goes against Cleveland State. We're tied at 2. 2 minutes gone by. Cleveland State extends the defense a little bit. Go to a trapping zone. Pence at the foul line. Shovels off over to Davis in the right corner. Now out front to Banks. Banks out between the circles against the crouching defense of Tevin Smith. Goes by Smith. Sends to the left corner. Davis tries to get some space. Slashes into the lane and finishes in front of the rim with the right hand. Jordan Davis on a good take off the bounce. His first 2. And the Birds have their first lead of the afternoon at 4-2. 2.5 minutes played so far in this first half. Abide out front, Arnett. Now Staveski. Open look over Pence for 3. Went halfway down, popped out. Chase Walker, his first rebound of the afternoon. Outlet left over to Kinzinger. Drives on the backpedaling defense of Abrima Diba, and Diba picks up the personal foul. Good job by Johnny to turn on the Jets and the backpedaling Diba. Gets called for the block. That'll be his first. Team foul number 2 on Cleveland State.
Yeah, Diba guessed one way, and Johnny went the other way. He had a clear track to the basket, and he reached out, Diba did, and grabbed his arm.
4-2 Illinois State with the rock. Chase Walker, top of the key, guarded by Arnett. Couple of dribbles, sends it over to the left side. Banks back over to Walker. Low left against the double team. Pushed it up left hand. Shot doesn't go, but they're going to get Arnett, who left his feet for the personal foul. So Dylan Arnett picks up his first. Team foul number 3 already on Cleveland State. And just as we saw last night, Incarnate Word got in early foul trouble with their post players trying to defend Chase Walker. Cleveland State fall into that same category so far tonight.
Yeah, I think a lot of times teams come up and they're almost too hyped up early on in the game, trying to shut down the big man Chase Walker inside, and leads to some early foul problems.
Walker, 7 of 11 from the stripe last night, a game high 27 points and 8 rebounds, misses the first free throw. Left-handed sophomore out of Columbus has one more to come. Sends the second, it's good. Walker splits his pair. He has 3 of Illinois State's 5, and the Birds have a 3-point lead at 5-2. Just over 3 minutes have elapsed here in the first half. Championship game here at the CBI in Daytona Beach, Florida. Staveski, high on the right, works left running a net ball screen, takes it to the foul line, a flip up top, Tevin Smith. He'll slash across the lane, refeeds Staveski, floater in the lane, off the window and in. Tough shot for Taj Staveski, the transfer out of Canisius, who went for 29 on Monday, and their win over Queens has his first 2. Staveski averaging 12.6 per game, but 22 with their 2 games down here in Daytona Beach. 5-4 Birds by 1. Illinois State feeds the post to Walker, out front to Banks. Banks to the left elbow, cut off. A flip for Davis above the arc. Now he'll send it straight away. Banks fires a 3, barely drew iron. The rebound taken off the deck by Abrima Deba. Lead feed to Tevin Smith running the floor, and he can't finish a reverse layup attempt. The Birds come away. Tevin Smith at a bunny, but couldn't knock it down. On a nice pass from Deba. Now Kinzinger knifing down the lane. Sends it right corner over to Pence. Bobbled the pass, got it back. Deba applies the defense, and Pence dribbled the ball off his foot out of bounds. And Cleveland State's going to have the basketball when we come back. Redbird basketball brought to you by Kohl's. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. 15:45 to go. Opening half here in Daytona Beach, Florida. Our count from McDonald's scoreboard: Illinois State 5, Cleveland State 4. Back in a moment. This is Illinois State Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
No car accident is ever the same. Distracted driver, drunk driver, sunny day, rainy day, on your way to work, headed home from work, the grocery store, a random drive, your first accident, or oh no, not again. Every journey after a serious accident is different, but the story's the same, especially when it's yours. You need help. You need Kanowski Bresny. If you've been seriously injured, call Kanowski Bresny for your free consultation.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Tired of the run-of-the-mill fast food? Well, at Blaze Pizza, you can have artisanal quality at a speed that fits your busy schedule. Fast-fired, fresh ingredients on dough, made from scratch, daily. Oh, and by the way, your pizza will be ready in just 180 seconds. Fast enough? Stop by and give us a try today. Blaze Pizza, 1601 College Avenue in Normal, or order online, blazepizza.com. And don't forget to download our app to join.
Redbird fans, the award-winning Eater's Hot Chicken provides the greatest chicken in all the land. Stop by and sample their authentic Nashville-style chicken today before they make chickens extinct. That's Eater's Chicken, located in the southeast corner of College and Fell Avenue in the heart of Uptown Normal. Fitz and Matty back live courtside here in Daytona Beach. Blake Hodge back at our network studios in Bloomington. 15:45 to go in the opening half. Birds off to the early 5-4 lead on Cleveland State here in the title game of the College Basketball Invitational.
Both teams coming out playing man-to-man so far.
Defense has ruled the day so far for both ball clubs. They've really extended their defense in the man-to-man.
Cleveland State with 3 fouls. Illinois State yet to commit one.
Birds keep their starting 5 intact on the floor. It's Walker, Davis, Pence, Kinzinger, and Dalton Banks. Cleveland State the basketball after the Birds' first turnover of the afternoons. Taj Staveski gives to Deba topside. He'll dribble right at the key, guarded by Kinzinger. Backs in on Johnny. Whips it high post. Arnett floater from about 10 over Walker is good with the right hand.
Boy, that's Arnett's go-to shot. It's the little right-handed floater in the lane. Not a jump shooter. Just kind of floats it up there with his offhand.
Arnett with a team high 5 double-doubles on the year. He has his first 2. Cleveland State a 6-5 lead. 15-11 to play in this first half. Davis a bounce mid-post left over to Pence. He's matched up with Deba on this end of the floor. Works the right-hand dribble. Here comes a double. Lost it in traffic. Ends up in the hands of Walker. Reverse layup with the left hand is good. Walker was deep beneath the rim, but somehow able to pick the ball up off the deck, get some space, and finish in front of the rim. He's got 5, and the Birds are back out in front 7-6. We played just over 5 minutes. Backdoor pass over to Deba on the left block. Backs in on Kinzinger. Whip out pass. Hit the bottom of the rim. Ends up in the hands of Abide, who pivots in the paint and able to get by Ty Pence. Isaac Abide, the Wichita State transfer, has his first 2. Back and forth we go. 8-7, Cleveland State a 1-point edge. Birds the basketball, attacking forecourt right. Pence out front, guarded by Arnett. Crosses over on Arnett, now traces the arc with a right-hand dribble. Pounds it out with the left hand out near the hash mark. Tosses to Kinzinger out between the circles, guarded by Tevin Smith. Gets a screen from Walker, 6 to shoot. Kinzinger on the drive, in the paint, forced it up right hand, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounds loose in the deck. Run down by Banks. And we have a whistle and a foul called. I think this is going to go against Illinois State.
I think they called a shot clock violation, which was not the correct call.
Kinzinger's shot definitely hit the rim.
Right. But they did call a shot clock violation.
So it was not a foul. It was a shot clock violation. They're going to review this and I think realize very quickly that Kinzinger's shot hit the rim and it should have ended up at least in a reset once possession was made. And neither ball club did have possession at that point when they actually blew the whistle. Loose ball, Banks, it kind of corralled it over on the far side, got run into. That's where I thought in the scrum for the loose ball, that might have been a foul call, but instead they're taking a look to see whether or not the whistle should have been blown or not for a shot clock violation. As the officials review this play on the court, have the Dodds Law Office review your personal injury or workers' compensation case today. After winning their most recent jury trial, the Dodds Law Office wants you or your family member to join a winning team. Winning is just as important to Terry Dodds as it is to your ISU Redbirds. The Dodds Law Office working hard to tip the scales of justice in your favor.
Yep, Illinois State ball, 19 seconds on the shot clock.
So Banks controlled the possession. Illinois State basketball, they'll put 19 on the shot clock. Exactly 6 minutes gone by here in the opening half. 8-7 Cleveland State.
I don't know if you've noticed, though, Fitz, a lot of the referees now are coming over to me and giving me an explanation, trying to make it clear so we can share it with our listeners.
It's what happens when you're a veteran like you are. Earn a lot of respect from the Zebras. Here's Banks top side. Passes right over to Kinzinger. Now Pence refeeds Kinzinger top of the wheel. He's going to drive, stop at the elbow, fade fire from 15, and it's sweet. He just knocked that down over Chase Robinson. Kinzinger's first 2 of the afternoon. The Birds are back out in front 9-8. 13:35 for the first half. Here's Reese Robinson. Trying to find Tevin Smith in the wing. Knocked away by Dalton Banks. It'll stay with Cleveland State. 19 to shoot now for the Vikings. They get in. Over to Chase Robinson. Chase Robinson, the transfer out of Division II, Illinois Springfield, has it across the foul line. Guarded by Kinzinger. Fades in the paint. Fires from 10, and he got it. Robinson averages 8.3 off the bench for this Viking ball club. Has his first 2 of the afternoon just off the bench. 10-9 Cleveland State. Forges ahead by 1. Banks now on the drive. Gets by Tevin Smith. Sent it to the right corner to Kinzinger, but he threw it into the first row of seats.
Had a little juice on it, too.
That did. A little bit off the mark. And Illinois State commits the turnover. Their second here this afternoon.
Yeah, Illinois State is allowing Cleveland State to get in the lane and shoot those little floaters, and that's what they're known for. That's why they shoot such a high percentage.
46% from the floor as a team is Cleveland State this year. That was 4th best in the Horizon League. Reese Robinson gives it left side. Cole Franklin now. Franklin spins on the baseline, left a layup attempt short as he got by Kinzinger, but the help side defense converged, and they're going to get the foul on Kinzinger with a hand check from behind. So Johnny's going to pick up his first of the afternoon. That's going to be team foul number 1 called against Illinois State this afternoon. And as a result, Cole Franklin's going to go to the line, foul line left. 6'4" sophomore, originally out of DeSoto, Texas. Spent last year at Florida Southwestern Community College over in Fort Myers on the other side of the state. First free throw rattles out.
Yeah, Johnny has been battling a little foul problems the last couple of games, and now he goes to the bench at the 12:48 mark, and Jordan Davis comes in.
So Birds now with Bozer, Davis, Pence, Banks, and Malachi Poindexter. The 5 on the floor. Walker and Kinzinger on Ryan Peden's bench. Franklin, one more foul shot to come. 71% on the year. Sends the second. It's good. So Franklin splits his pair, his first point of the afternoon. Cleveland State a 2-point lead, 11-9. 12:45 and a twisting first half clock as Banks gallops into the forecourt against the crouching defense of Trace Robinson. Feeds Bozer down Broadway to the rim with the right hand. Caden Bozer, the C's parted, and he went straight to the rack, his first 2. We're all knotted up at 11 apiece. 12:26 to play first half. Chase Robinson on the drive, around an Abide ball screen, keeps the dribble alive into the paint, jump stop, cut off by Pence, fades, fires from 10, rattles and falls. Chase Robinson's done that twice now in the paint, points number 3 and 4. For the redshirt senior out of Matson, Illinois, off the bench, 13-11, Cleveland State by 2. Here's Pence at the foul line, turns on Abide. Circles back out, whips it out to Davis. Right side Banks, bluffs a 3, drives to the baseline, cut off at a double, lofts the pass out front, on a float over to Davis. Now Poindexter slashes into the lane. Reverse layup attempt, blocked away by Abide. Ball's loose into the forecourt. Here comes Cleveland State. Knifing down the lane, Stevenson all the way to the rim with a right hand. Jayshawn Stevenson, the freshman out of Chicago, Illinois, has his first 2, 15-11. Cleveland State by 4. Birds the basketball. Here's Bozer top side. Sends it left side. Poindexter on the dribble against Franklin. Pence now at the right edge. Is back up top over to Bozer. Bozer keeps the dribble alive down the lane all the way to the rim once again with the layup attempt for Caden Bozer. Uncontested. He got by Reese Robinson, top of the wheel, and went strong to the rack. He's got 4 off the bench. Birds back within 2. 15-13, Cleveland State a 2-point edge. Here's Reese Robinson. High on the left now to Cole Franklin. Stolen away by Pence. Pence into the open floor, and he's going to spike it home with 2 hands. Leather larceny for Ty Pence. The steal and the spike, his first 2, and the Birds have drawn even with the Vikings out of the Horizon League, 15 all. Chase Robinson, foul line extended left, cut off by Banks. Up top, Adibe. Hands off Stevenson. Stevenson bobbled the dribble, got away, taken away by Banks. Up ahead, Poindexter. He'll come up the right sideline, feeds it to a trailing Banks. Banks puts the ball on the deck, works left around a Bozer ball screen. Now picked up by Reese Robinson. And Robinson runs into him, trying to apply the man-to-man defense. Robinson's going to pick up his first. It's going to be team foul number 4 called against Cleveland State. It'll be Bird basketball when we come back as we hit our second media timeout here in this opening half. Redbird fans, stop by the Barrel House every Monday night to enjoy Burger Basket Monday. A freshly made burger and fries is just $8. They have Trivia Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. and half-price apps every night from 9 p.m. until close. That's the Barrel House, 9 Brickyard Drive in Bloomington, and the official watch party headquarters for Redbird basketball. 10-17 to play first half here in Daytona Beach. The championship game, the CBI, and the Birds in Cleveland State all knotted up at 15 apiece. Presented by Xfinity Mobile. This is Redbird basketball from Learfield.
To win on the court, you need to tailor your lineup for the opponents, whether it's the bigs controlling the boards or the guards shooting trays from downtown. When it comes to your land care lineup, AHW has what you need with our build-in price tool. With it, you can outfit your John Deere with the exact implements and attachments that you need and even determine your monthly payments. Try out our build-in price tool at ahwllc.com. Proud sponsors of ISU Athletics.
Wedding and engagement season are upon us. Contact the experienced events team at Eastland Suites Hotel and Conference Center. Their professional team will ensure your special day exceeds all your expectations. Ask about their special hotel room group rates for out-of-town guests. Call 309-662-0000. Reference this commercial and receive a complimentary champagne toast for you and your wedding party. Eastland Suites Hotel and Conference Center.
A Tentac enterprise.
We all have a mission in life, something that drives us to explore, to grow, to love. And when we discover it, we're made whole. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. We're here for you on your schedule to make your life just a little bit easier. Whatever your mission is, we're here to support it. Your life, our mission. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org/mission.
Redbird fans, Heller Ford in El Paso and Heller Motors in Pontiac remind you to shop their huge selection of over 1,000 new and used vehicles online at hellerstores.com. That's hellerstores.com. 10:17 to go, opening half here at the championship game of the College Basketball Invitational. And the Birds and Cleveland State out of the Horizon League all tied at 15 apiece. Birds break huddle after the timeout with Davis, Walker, Pence, Kinziger, and Poindexter, the 5 on the floor. Redbird basketball after the timeout. Johnny Kinziger runs the point this trip down, guarded by Franklin. Gives to Walker, but stolen away by Chase Robinson. Robinson up the top side. Gives to Arnett. Floater in the lane is good. A steal by Robinson. Another floater for Arnett. He's got 4 here in the opening half, and Cleveland State forges ahead 17-15 as we crawl under 10 minutes to play first half. Kinziger terminates the dribble, gives it high on the right side to Pence. He's matched up with Reese Robinson. Spins to the foul line. Trying to whip out in the corner to Kinziger, but a good overplay tapped away by Cole Franklin. Knocked it to the Cleveland State bench. It'll stay with the Birds, 13 to shoot.
Yeah, they're really overplaying Illinois State in the passing lanes. Maybe a quick backdoor cut would soften things up a little bit.
Birds 0 for 3 from beyond the arc. Cleveland State has missed their lone attempt from distance. Both ball clubs doing well, though, once they get in the paint. Kinziger bluffs the 3, bounces down low. Walker, stolen away by Reese Robinson. Here comes Chase Robinson up the right side. Bounce just inside the arc, mid-post right. Franklin, a flip up top over to Stevenson. Stevenson, left-hand dribble. Gives Darnett top side. Back to Chase Robinson. He'll spot up a 3. Shot doesn't go. Reese Robinson tried to back tap it, but did so into the hands of Poindexter. Up ahead to Pence. Kinziger, right point 3 on the way. It's flat. Davis skies in for the offensive board. Gets it ahead to Kinziger. Right corner Pence. He'll load up a 3. Left it short. The rebound taken off the deck by Chase Robinson, and Kinziger ran into him. Not Chase Robinson to the ground, and Johnny's going to pick up his second foul here in the opening half at the 8:59 mark of the first half. That's going to bring Landon Wolf off the Redbird bench as Johnny's going to check out. Ty Pence checks out. So the Birds now with Banks, Poindexter, Wolf, Davis, and Walker. Cleveland State the basketball, a 2-point lead. It's 17-15. Here's Arnett top side. On high left side is Cole Franklin. Round to the right they go Chase Robinson. Inside the arc, now retreats back above the line. Gives Darnett mid-post right. Turns on Walker. Drives to the baseline. Cut off. Jump pass out to Franklin. 9 to shoot. Franklin crosses over. Head his pocket. Picked by Davis. Knocked it off of Franklin out of bounds. And the Birds force the turnover. That was incredible defense in the passing lane by Jordan Davis, the senior for the Birds.
Yeah, good quickness, good hand-eye coordination to tap it off the Cleveland State player. Best defensive player we've seen Davis make in a couple of games. He's solid defensively, but that was outstanding.
Both ball clubs now guilty of 4 turnovers. 17-15, Cleveland State by 2. 8:26 for the first half. Dalton Banks pounds it out with the right hand out front. Started a few feet away by Chase Robinson. Now Davis 30 feet away in the left point. Gives it top of the key over to Walker. He'll turn on Arnett, terminate the dribble. Needs a cutter with 7 to shoot. Walker's got to get rid of it. Gets it to Banks. Foul line down the lane to the rim. Tried to slam it home, but he was fouled from behind by Reese Robinson. And that's going to result in a pair of foul shots for Dalton Banks. Foul line to our right as Robinson picks up the foul. That's going to be his second of the afternoon.
Yeah, when all else fails, put your head down and take it to the rack, huh? Well, a couple times today, the lane has opened up against Cleveland State. Nobody home.
I mean, absolutely nobody in the paint in the black jersey. Banks to the line, foul line right. Robinson now with 2 personal fouls off the bench. Banks' first free throw attempt is good. He was 5 of 6 last night in the semifinal victory over Incarnate Word. That's the first point of the night for Dalton Banks. Tevin Smith, Abrima Deba, and Taj Staveski. 3 starters check back in for Cleveland State. Banks 1 more foul shot to come. 7 points, 4 rebounds, a game high, 5 assists last night. Second free throw on the way, rattles and falls. So Dalton has 2, and we're even at 17 apiece.
Cleveland State going a little bit deeper in the bench than they did last night.
They used 12 players in their ball game against Queens 2 nights ago. This is their 3rd game in 3 days. Deshaun Stevenson handles out high, gives Darnett. Now a flip on the right wing, Deba. Deba crosses over on Wolf, gets to the baseline, circles back out in the left wing. 2 hands of pass, Staveski, catch and shoot 3 out front off the right-hand side of the rim, and the rebound taken down by Chase Walker of the Redbirds. So 1 shot now for Cleveland State. Birds attacking forecourt right. Banks knifing down the lane. Staveski tried to knock the ball away as Banks had a clear path to the rack once again. Staveski gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. He's going to pick up a personal foul. That's going to be his first of the afternoon. Team foul number 6 called against the Vikings. Redbird basketball brought to you in part by the great taste of Bud Light. Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Illinois State Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. 7:29 to play first half here in Daytona Beach. Our count from McDonald's scoreboard. It's the Birds and Cleveland State all tied up at 17 apiece. Back in a moment. Presented by Xfinity Mobile. This is Redbird basketball from Learfield.
What makes First State Bank different from every other bank? This is Jim Roseland, and I'm not going to tell you that our products are much different than theirs, but no different than the best college athletes making personal sacrifices so their team can win. First State Bank sacrifices our self-interest in order for our customers to win. If you're not working with us, you should see why everyone else is. Come visit us at the corner of Eastland Drive and Hershey Road, or at firststatebank.biz. First State Bank, member FDIC.
Come on over to the Barrel House. Enjoy our weekly specials, craft beers on tap, and trivia every Tuesday. Located off of South Veterans Parkway, connected to Doubletree by Hilton, open daily. Enjoy a drink at the bar or lunch with your coworkers. For food that lifts your spirits, stop by Barrel House, the official watch party headquarters for Redbird basketball.
Hello, Paul Davis Restoration. How can we make your day better?
When you have a disaster in your home, call Paul Davis Restoration. When the smoke and damage of a fire strikes your home, call Paul. You'll talk to a real person who can help you right away. They'll turn your disaster into a memory and get your home back to good with just one call.
When disaster strikes, call Paul Davis Restoration. From water damage to fire and smoke damage to mold remediation. When you have a home disaster, give Paul Davis Restoration a call, and help is on its way.
Redbird fans, life's just better with choices. At Heartland Bank and Trust Company, they believe in giving you a choice with checking accounts that fit you best. Personal or business, you'll find a checking account that works for you. Good people, great account choices. Heartland Bank, open an account today at hbtbank.com. 7:29 to play, opening half here in the championship game of the College Basketball Invitational. Illinois State and Cleveland State all knotted up at 17 apiece. Birds 7 of 14 from the floor. Cleveland State 8 of 14. That's a 57% clip. Both ball clubs have yet to knock down a three. The Birds 0 for their first 5 from outside. Cleveland State 0 for 3 from distance. Birds do have an 8-5 edge in the rebound category so far.
Fitz, out of Cleveland State's 8 buckets, how many have been the little floaters in the lane? 6?
7. So Banks to the line for Illinois State. As Stavesky committed the foul, that prompted our last media timeout. Banks now 3 of 3 from the stripe tonight. All 3 of his points have come to the 15-foot line. Gives the Birds a 1-point lead, 18-17. Second free throw on the way. That one rims out, and Arnett secures the two-handed rebound for the Vikings. 18-17, Birds by 1. Here's Tevin Smith. Dribble handoff, Stavesky. Out high left side is Stevenson. Gives to Smith. He's going to drive on Davis. Run to the key. Can't get loose. Up top, Deba squares up a 3. That one missed a lot. And Arnett the rebound in the left corner. Offensive rebound for Cleveland State. Arnett goes to work on Walker. Jump stop in the lane. Spins right pivot. Back to his left half hook. It's an air ball. Taken away by Smith. And they're going to say he walked with the basketball as he tried to tiptoe that left baseline before he fell out of bounds. And Cleveland State turns it back over to Illinois State. Walker's going to check out. Caden Bozer comes in to replace him.
Yeah, the young man from Danville did travel, but he got some help from Jordan Davis, who just kind of shoved him out of bounds.
18-17, Birds by 1 with the rock. 6:47 to play first half. Caden Bozer handles, puts it in the belly of Poindexter, fades, fires, and hits a 3 out front. Little dribble handoff. Squared his shoulders, and Poindexter bangs home a 3, his first of the night. He's knocked down 3 of his last 4 from distance here in the last 2 nights now. Birds their biggest lead of the afternoon, 21-17. Stevenson on the drive, run to the key, step back, 15-foot jumper is sweet for Jashawn Stevenson, just a freshman out of Chicago Lindblom High School. Points number 3 and 4 off the bench for Stevenson. 21-19. Redbird lead cut to 2. Poindexter, top of the key. Gives Bozer. Gets it down low to Banks. Catches in the paint. Half hook right hand. It rattles off the mark. And the rebound taken away by Tevin Smith of Cleveland State. Smith up the right sideline. Steers it toward the top of the key. Picks up a dribble. Gives Stavesky on the right sideline. He's picked up man-to-man by Poindexter. Works left. Slides to a stop, gives Darnett, rushing in from the right-hand side, and he couldn't finish the layup attempt. It was in traffic. Good defense by the Birds. Illinois State comes away left to right. Here's Banks, spins toward the baseline. Deba tried to knock it away, steps through a double team out to Davis. Right corner, Wolf penetrates on the right baseline. He's double teamed, almost tied up by Stavesky. Floats a pass out Poindexter. Left corner, Bozer. He'll rattle home a 3 right in front of the Cleveland State bench. Bozer turned and said something to Cleveland State. The Vikings not at all happy. And Cleveland State's going to take time after Bozer bangs home the 3 in the left corner. That's his first 3 of the night. Caden off the bench has 7 here in the opening half. 24-19, Illinois State by 5 with 5:17 to play before the break.
I think Bozer was just responding to the guys on the Cleveland State bench giving him a little gas. I'm going to come to his defense.
Okay, it very well could be the case.
Sometimes you got to defend yourself. You just can't take it. And especially after nailing a 3 from the deep corner, let them know, hey, guys, I'm not going anywhere.
So after missing their first 5 from beyond the arc, the Birds have knocked out back-to-back 3s from Malachi Poindexter and Caden Bozer. Now enjoy a 5-point lead, 24-19. Birds break huddle after the timeout with Landon Wolf, Jordan Davis, Caden Bozer, Dalton Banks, and Malachi Poindexter.
And one of the officials went over and talked to Caden Bozer, and Caden Bozer, I could read his lips. He said, I appreciate that. So he must have given him a little leeway, if you will, rather than slapping a quick tee on him.
Deva's going to run the point for Cleveland State into the offensive end, gives to Smith. Now Stevenson got hip checked by Poindexter, who was applying the man-to-man defense, top of the wheel, and Poindexter picks up the personal foul. That's going to be the first call against Malachi. Team foul number 3 called against Illinois State. Kinzinger spent the vast majority of this first half on the bench with 2 early personal fouls. Cleveland State inbound. Stevenson out front to the foul line, crosses over, wheels his way down the paint, left the layup attempt short with the left hand. Offensive rebound controlled by Cleveland State. Abide able to pull it back down, and he got fouled on his way back up.
And he had a little something to say to Caden Bozer.
So Isaac Abide is going to go to the line, foul line left. Landon Wolf takes up the personal foul. That's his first of the afternoon. Abide, 65% from the stripe this year, has 2 points. First free throw on the way is good. practice, 14 of 21. The transfer out of Wichita State, third point of the afternoon. Poindexter checks out along with Landon Wolf. Pence and Kinzinger come back in to replace them. So Bozer, Banks, Davis, Pence, and Kinzinger, the 5 on the floor now for the Birds. One more free throw to come for Isaac Abide. Second one, absolutely perfect. He's got 4. Redbird lead cut to 3, 24-21. Vikings extend the defense. Dalton Banks on the dribble against Tevin Smith. Angles and accelerates into the offensive end, angling left to right. Comes around a Bozer screen. Bozer left point to a streaking Kinzinger, rises to the rim and lays it in. Great backdoor cut by Kinzinger on a great feed from Bozer. Johnny points number 3 and 4, and the Birds are back up by 5. Tevin Smith, a 3 out front to answer is sweet, right in the face of Jordan Davis, who had a hand up, but Smith able to knock it down. His 31st of the year and the first points of the night for Tevin Smith, the team's top scorer. 26-24, Illinois State by 2 with the basketball. Banks to the foul line, down the lane, kick it right corner, Bozer. He'll tee it up and hit again. Caden Bozer has 10 first-half points off the bench, his second made triple. And just like that, Illinois State back up by 5. Stevenson down the left-hand side of the lane, scoops a shot up. It rattles out. Kinzinger the rebound in traffic. Outlet left to Banks. To a trailing Kinzinger out front. Bozer straight on 3 is good. Bozer's got 13 off the bench. Cleveland State takes time, and Illinois State leads it by 8, 32-24 with 3:51 to go before halftime.
Cleveland State's probably thinking we shouldn't have punched the bear.
Bozer is absolutely white hot and could throw a key in a lock right now.
That wasn't even a good shot. He caught it in mid-stride and put it up well above the top of the key and just buried it.
This timeout's going to turn to a full. We'll step out as well. Redbird basketball brought to you by Bloomington Meats. For all your parties and events in this new year, grab the best meat on Bun Street. It's grilling season. Make plans to stop by 2401 Bun Street in Bloomington. That's Bloomington Meats. 3:51 to go before halftime here in Daytona Beach. Birds on a 6-0 run. And our McDonald's scoreboard, Illinois State 32, Cleveland State 24. Back in a moment. This is Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington, the preferred hotel for Redbird athletics. Call DoubleTree for your next Hilton stay. 309-664-6446. Need space to hold a meeting or event? We are here for you. DoubleTree by Hilton Bloomington. 309-664-6446. That's 309-664-6446. Where the little things mean everything.
Come on over to the Barrel House. Enjoy our weekly specials, craft beers on tap, and trivia every Tuesday. Located off of South Veterans Parkway, connected to DoubleTree by Hilton, open daily. Enjoy a drink at the bar or lunch with your coworkers. For food that lifts your spirits, stop by Barrel House, the official watch party headquarters for Redbird basketball.
Blake Haas back in our network studios on WJBC, AM and 1230 and FM 102.1 and 98.9 WJEZ. Birds out to lead here, 32-24, just inside 4 minutes to play down in Florida. Don't forget, tomorrow night, because of scheduling conflicts, Illinois State women's basketball will be playing at the Shirk Center on the campus of Illinois Wesleyan University. Our coverage gets underway tomorrow night, the final 16 teams of the WNIT at 6:20. Greg Hallbleib will have the call right here on WJBC. Now back down to Florida with John and Maddie. Guys?
Thank you very much, Blake. Hey, Redbird fans, use Illinois State Credit Union for all your financial needs, from credit cards to mortgages. You'll be proud to say, it's my credit union. Illinois State Credit Union, with 3 convenient locations in Bloomington Normal. Visit them online at itsmycu.org. Birds on a 6-0 run. Caden Bozer off the bench, 13 points, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc to lead all scorers so far in this one of the Birds, a 32-24 lead on Cleveland State.
You know, Fitz, during that timeout, nobody even wanted to stand close to Bozer. He was so hot.
He is absolutely white hot right now. Staveski for Cleveland State. Gives a B-Day. Top of the wheel, Arnett. One dribble, handoff, Stavesky. Being harassed by Banks. Takes it left of the key, now retreats above the arc. 14 to shoot, left corner, Abide. He'll snap off a three, it hits. Isaac Abide from downtown. He's got 7 here in the opening half, just his 10th of the campaign from outside. Cleveland State back within 5, 32-27. That ends the 6-0 Redbird run. Here's Banks. Foul line left, up top Bozer. No look pass down low. Pence couldn't handle it, went off his fingertips, out of bounds, baseline left. That's turnover number 5 committed here in the opening half by Illinois State. Both ball clubs guilty of 5 miscues. Cleveland State with the basketball right to left. Stavesky over the timeline. Birds by 5. Arnett top side. Hands it off Stavesky. Hesitation. Fires a 3 out front. Off back iron, a miss. And Poindexter parachutes in for the Redbird rebound. Gives it right side over to Banks into the forecourt. Now Davis back over to Banks. Takes it foul line and left. On the dribble against Chase Robinson. High post feed over to Bozer. Down the lane is Davis. Gives to a streaking Pence, who rises from 10 right of the key and missed it too strong. Deep of the rebound for Cleveland State. He'll push into the forecourt. He's the top assist man on this team. Takes it to the foul line. Now left-handed dribble, Adibe in the paint, guarded by Pence. Up top, Chase Robinson. A bounce down low, tapped away by Bozer. Ball's loose. Ends up in the hands of Abide. Vikings will reset. 10 on the shot clock. Deba, elbow jumper on the way. Too strong off the heel, and Pence secures the rebound for Illinois State. We approach the 2-minute mark of the first half. Birds a 5-point edge in the Rock, 32-27. Banks calls out the play, guarded by Stavesky. Out high right side is Poindexter. They reverse left over to Banks. Gives to Bozer left of the key. Deba closes on him. Up top over to Poindexter. Takes it to the corner. Now feeds the post. Bozer spins baseline. Can't get loose on a double. Extra pass. Davis. Right point. 3 on the way, and it's good. Great ball movement by the Birds. Jordan Davis has 5. His first made 3. And Illinois State, their biggest lead of the afternoon. It stands at 8. 35-27. Here's Chase Robinson. Works the left hand, guarded by Poindexter. Right of the key. He's going to take it all the way to the goal. Layup attempt, no, but a whistle and a foul called. And they're going to get Malachi Poindexter. That's going to be his second of the afternoon.
Boy, Malachi is really working hard defensively. Fighting over the top of those screens.
Now that's going to result in a pair of foul shots for Chase Robinson, the redshirt senior out of Matson, Illinois. Division II transfer out of Illinois Springfield.
Where is Matson, Illinois?
South suburbs, right off 57 once you get south 80.
What high school would that be? Is that Rich East?
I want to say it's one of the Riches, Rich South, Rich East. Robinson knocks down the first foul shot. He's got 5 off the bench today for head coach Danielle Robinson. Cade Norris checks into the ball game for Illinois State. Makes his first appearance after not playing in the last 3. Split in that finale in the quarterfinal loss to Belmont in the Valley Tournament. Chase Robinson makes good on both. Give him 6. 35-29. 6-point lead for the Birds with the basketball. 1:15 to play before the break. Banks 30 feet away on the left side, directing traffic, gives to Bozer, top of the key, lob feed, caught by Davis, into the corner they go to Banks. He thought about a 3, puts the ball on the deck. Traces the arc, top of the wheel, now to the foul line, down the lane, floater with the right hand is good for Dalton Banks. Circuitous route for the senior out of Eau Claire. He's got 5, and the Birds lead it by 8 once again.
A floater, another floater. We're seeing the floater a lot this afternoon.
37-29, Birds by 8. Tevin Smith down the lane, all the way to the rim with the right hand, scoops and scores. Tevin Smith, the team's top scorer, has 5. 37-31, Redbird lead is 6. 32 seconds for the first half. On a 2-second differential, game and shot clock. Dalton Banks into the offensive end for Illinois State. Picked up by Devin Smith. Pounds it out with the right hand. Shot clock down to 14. Banks out near the time strike. Now down to 10. Gets the offense in motion. Crosses over on Smith. Takes it left of the key. Cross-court pass over to Pence. Pence can't get loose on Stavesky. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Pence has to force a 3 right corner and found the bottom of the net. Ty Pence right ahead of the shot clock horn on a bailout 3 attempt. Found nothing but nylon, rips the cords, and 20 minutes are in the books here inside the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. And Ryan Peaton and the Illinois State Redbirds head to the halftime locker room with a 40-31 lead on Cleveland State. The Birds started 0 for 5 from distance, and they finished the first half 6 for their last 6 from downtown.
That was fitting into a very good offensive first half for Illinois State. Pence was, 28 feet from the goal and fading away and off balance and just drilled it.
Nothing that you see in a textbook about how to shoot a basketball on that one, but it found the bottom of the net as the Birds absolutely smoldering here to close out this opening half of play. Illinois State University has been recognized by U.S. News and World Report as well as Washington Monthly as being among the best values in higher education, with tuition frozen for 4 years and graduates earning $15,000 more than the national average. You can feel good about your investment in an ISU degree. Learn more and apply today at illinoisstate.edu/apply. Our score at the break, it's Illinois State 40, Cleveland State 31. Our halftime report presented by Baird's Auto and Tire Care is coming up next. This is Illinois State Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time to vote for the position for mayor of the city of Bloomington on Tuesday, April 1st.
Hello, this is Bloomington Mayor Mboka Malambwe, and I am asking for your vote on April 1st.
Paid for by Friends of Mboka.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Redbird Nation, in the market for a new vehicle, the Bloomington Normal Auto Mall has you covered. Stop by today at 1430 Fort Jesse Road in Normal and ask about Redbird VIP pricing for all Illinois State University students, parents, teachers, alumni, and fans. The Bloomington Normal Auto Mall, proud partners of Redbird Athletics.
Do you have a cough, fever, sore throat, or the flu? Head to OSF On-Call Urgent Care, where we know just what to do. We'll care for your minor illnesses and injuries with great speed and send you home with any treatments you might need. Walk in for care in Bloomington Normal from 8 to 8 each day, or make a reservation and be on your way. Visit osfoncall.org/urgent care today.
Running a business isn't cheap, and if you have a fleet of vehicles, downtime means lost revenue. Baird's Auto Care Center provides top-notch service from oil changes to engine repairs that will keep your fleet on the road. Regular maintenance can help you avoid costly breakdowns and extend the life of your fleet vehicles.
I'm Larry with Baird's Auto Care Center. Contact me today to learn how we can help keep your business moving forward with the fleet service program at Baird's Auto Care Center.
It's time to vote for the position for mayor of the city of Bloomington on Tuesday, April 1st.
Hello, this is Bloomington Mayor Mboka Malambwe, and I am asking for your vote on April 1st.
Paid for by Friends of Mboka.
This is the Redbird Halftime Show on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield. The Redbirds Halftime Show is presented by Baird's Auto and Tire. Trusted professional repairs since 1959. Generations of quality service you can count on. Now, back to courtside.
Back here inside the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida, the Birds finished the opening half on a flurry as they knocked down 6 of their last 6 three-point attempts after an 0-for-5 start, and they lead Cleveland State 40-31 here at the break of the championship game of the College Basketball Invitational. Welcome into our Redbird Halftime Show presented by Baird's Auto and Tire Care. Trusted professional repair since 1959. Generations of quality service you can count on. Visit them online at BairdsAutoCareCenter.com. Take a quick look at today's out-of-town scoreboard presented by Toyota. Not a whole lot of action. Couple of NIT matchups later tonight as they whittle down to the Final Four of the NIT. And the Sweet 16 of the WNIT is going to take place tomorrow night inside the Shirk Center. Kristen Gillespie and the Redbird women will play host to Abilene Christian, 6:30 the tip time from the Shirk Center. Greg Hoblob will kick off our network coverage at 6:20 tomorrow on Thursday night. That is a look at today's out-of-town scoreboard presented by Toyota. Visit your Peoria, Pekin, Bloomington Toyota dealers today. Our Baird's Auto and Tire halftime show continues after this timeout. Birds lead at 40-31 here at the break. This is Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Rob Dobbs Restaurant is known for prime ribs Friday through Sunday. I'm Bob Dobsky, and I wanted to let you know that Rob Dobbs is open for lunch Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. I'd like to personally invite you to try one of our handcrafted burgers from our lunch menu. Skip the drive-thru and enjoy a delicious sit-down lunch this week at Rob Dobbs Restaurant.
How long's the wait to be seated, Bob?
Just a little, Jules.
See our lunch menu when you bookmark robdobbsbn.com.
You may not think it matters all that much where your lawyer's from, but after you're injured, having a lawyer who knows Central Illinois, who knows your doctors, and where you're being treated makes all the difference to big insurance. And it makes all the difference to getting the money you need and deserve. At Konoski Bresney, we pride ourselves on being from here and knowing what it takes to help someone from this community when they need it most. We know Central Illinois, and we are Konoski Bresney.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Illinois State University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
40-31, Illinois State by 9 here at the break of the championship game of the College Basketball Invitational Tournament. Caden Bozer off the bench for Illinois State as a game-high 13 points, a perfect 5 of 5 from the field off the bench, including 3 for 3 from distance as the Birds knocked down their final 6 three-point attempts in the first half to build up what is now their largest lead of the afternoon at 9, 40-31. Are you looking for a career with great benefits, no debt, education, job security, and many opportunities for advancement? Then consider a career in the plumbing and piping industry. Visit the Bloomington Normal Plumbing, Heating, Cooling Contractors Association website at bnphcc.com to find out how to get started in this high-demand, satisfying, and challenging career field. That's bnphcc.com. We'll take a look at our first half stats presented by First State Bank at the other side of this timeout. Our count at halftime. It's Illinois State 40, Cleveland State 31. This is Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the number one selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Life is worth enjoying, and Avanti's is perfect for enjoying every moment. You bring the family, friends, laughter, smiles, and Avanti's will serve you the taste of tradition. And we'll clean up the dishes, too. Gather in our dining room with family and friends for Italian home cooking. For big celebrations, Avanti's banquet room fits graduation, retirement, baby showers, or birthdays. Celebrate big and small at your local Avanti's, because life is worth enjoying every moment.
At the home of the gondola, Avanti's.
Jan from Toyota here. Feeling cooped up from winter? Well, now until March 31st is the perfect time for a new Toyota, like Camry, Grand Highlander, and more. So you can get back out there and do the things you love, like hitching up the boat to a tundra for a lake day.
I haven't water skied in a long time.
Live out your spring fantasies with a new Toyota. Come in today.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
You're listening to AM 1230 and FM 102.1 WJBC, Bloomington Normal Cumulus Media Station, and 98.9 WJEZ Pontiac Bloomington, a Cumulus Media Station. At the break, let's go back down to Florida, guys.
Thank you very much, Blake. Take a look at our first half stats. Are brought to you by First State Bank. The Birds in that first half, 63% from the floor. They knocked down 6 of 11 from beyond the arc, and that's after an 0 for 5 start. So the Birds drained their final 6 threes of the half. Birds 4-6 from the charity stripe. Individually, Caden Bozer, 13 points, leads all scorers. He's done so off the bench in just 11 minutes of action. 5 points apiece for Walker, Banks, Davis, and Pence. Cleveland State, they go 48% in the first half. 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. They knocked down 5 of 6 from the stripe. They've been led by Abide, who's got 7. 6 for Chase Robinson, coming off the bench to do so for the Vikings of Cleveland State. Birds with a 12-11 edge in total rebounds. Cleveland State with a slight 3-2 edge in offensive rebounds. Illinois State, 7 assists. They turned it over 5 times. Cleveland State, 3 assists. They're guilty of 5 turnovers as well. Those are your first half stats, brought to you by First State Bank, with a full line of products and services you deserve and personal service that will exceed your expectations. Come see for yourself. First State Bank, located at the corner of Hershey and Eastland, or visit them online at firststatebank.biz. Member FDIC. 40-31, Illinois State by 9 here at the break. Second half of this championship matchup comes your way after this timeout on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the number one selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Welcome to Moe's!
Craving bold flavors and fresh ingredients? Look no further than Moe's Southwest Grill. Moe's is the go-to spot for delicious build-your-own burritos, bowls, tacos, salads, and more. And since every meal deserves an irresistible sidekick, try their made-from-scratch daily guacamole or the queso that made them famous with bottomless chips. And don't forget, chips and salsa are always free at Moe's. So when hunger strikes, head on into Moe's Southwest Grill.
Welcome to Moe's!
These days, you need fast, reliable internet. You need MetroNet 100% fiber internet. In addition to industry-leading customer care, MetroNet customers also enjoy unlimited data and no long-term contracts. MetroNet internet is perfect for streaming, gaming, and working from home on multiple devices with virtually no buffering. Say goodbye to slow internet and hello to the ultimate online experience. Visit metronet.com today and love your internet.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
"20 minutes on the clock here inside the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. That's all that remains of regulation time for the Illinois State basketball season. Ryan Pete's ball club a 9-point lead as we get set to start the second half in this championship game of the 2025 College Basketball Invitational. Birds the basketball first. They start with Banks, Kinzinger, Walker, Pence, and Davis. Down low, Kinzinger wide open, and he's able to lay it up and in right of the rim with the right hand. Again, the C's part, and wide open is Illinois State in the paint against this Cleveland State defense.
Yeah, Cleveland State's guilty of ball watching is what they're guilty of.
At the other end, we have a whistle, and they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor Cleveland State here, so it'll remain with the Vikings.
Tevin Smith tried to muscle that through Chase Walker. Didn't work out so well.
Birds their biggest lead of the afternoon so far. It stands at 11, 42-31. Cleveland State inbounds. Arnett turns to his left, finds Tevin Smith. Smith on the dribble, spins into the paint, up right hand, left it short. Walker the rebound in traffic for Illinois State. Adler left to Banks. Coast into the forecourt, stops top of the wheel. Pence open look three, left side, ring it off. Back-to-back threes by Ty Pence. Birds have now hit 7 straight from distance. Pence has 8, and it's 45-31. Illinois State a 14-point lead. Staveski, top of the key around an Arnett screen, takes it right elbow. Jumper from 15 is good for Taj Staveski. Points number 3 and 4. The average is 12.5 per game. Redbird lead is 12, 45-33. We played just over a minute here in the second half. Chase Walker back to the basket. Top of the key on the dribble against Arnett. Goes by Arnett. Here comes the double. Steps through. Got Arnett to leave his feet. Finished left of the rim. Didn't go. But a whistle and a foul called. And Chase Walker is going to have a pair of foul shots to come as he got slapped across the face and stunned a little bit. As I believe Arnett's right paw came across the right bow of Chase Walker. So Walker, when he regains his senses, is going to take his place at the line, foul line left.
He just asked Johnny if he was bleeding.
Arnett's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second of the afternoon. Walker's going to take a gingerly stroll out to the time stripe, trying to compose himself. He's going to try to aim for the one in the middle.
See that?
She probably sees 3 rims right now.
See that square box up there? Just put it right in the middle of that and it'll go right in the bucket.
Birds a 12-point lead. Walker the lefty to the line, sends the first, rattles out. 1 of 3 from the stripe tonight is Chase. He has 5 points. Birds being led by Caden Moser, who has 13. Ty Pence making his 19th start, has 8. We're going to have a lane violation against Cleveland State as Walker misses the second, as Tevin Smith Put his right foot into the paint before Walker released. So Chase is going to have one more to come.
Smith was already in the lane before the referee gave him the ball, it seemed like.
Kevin Smith donning highlighter yellow shoes, which isn't very hard to hide when you do something like that. Walker knocks down the second. He's got 6. It's 46-33.
I think Cleveland State's looking for Smith to do a lot more scoring here in the second half.
Birds by a baker's dozen. Diva out front now around an Arnett screen. Takes it right side, picked up by Kinzinger. Backs down on Kinzinger. Out left side, a B-Day. He's going to fire a 3 off the front of the tin. And Dalton Banks the Redbird rebound. He's going to turn, push into the forecourt. Top of the key, up top, Kinzinger. Bluffs a 3. Lofts a pass. Foul line extended left to Walker. Walker against Arnett. Goes down the left-hand side of the lane. Gets to the baseline. Here comes the double. He's tied up. Jump ball is called. Possession arrow is going to stay with Illinois State. So the Birds will inbound baseline left with 16 in the timer. They lead it by 13 at 46-33.
Yeah, Chase Walker needs to know that they're going to be doubling down on him and everybody's going to be digging at the ball. He needs to catch it and go or catch it and kick it.
Chase Robinson, Sean Stevenson come back in for Cleveland State. Arnett's going to take a seat with those 2 personals, along with Abrima Diba. Birds to inbound. Banks to trigger in, gets it into Walker left point, refeeds Banks. He'll slash into the paint. Now retreat above the arc, top side. Crossover on a D-Bay. Lob feed caught by Walker, low left. Up against Robinson. Got a D-Bay to leave his feet. They're going to say Walker dragged his pivot foot in the left block. And the Birds give it back over to Cleveland State.
I think the official went for the head fake. He didn't watch the feet. I thought he kept his pivot feet.
46-33, Birds by 13. 17:49 to play second half of this championship tilt. On a Wednesday afternoon in Eastern Florida. College Basketball Invitational Championship. Birds looking to go perfect 3-0 here in Daytona. And Sean Stevenson splashes down a 3 ball at the right point. He's got 7. That pulls Cleveland State back within 10. 46-36. Birds right to left in this second half. Banks around a Walker screen. Takes it right wing up top over the Pence. Surveys the man-to-man. Gives to Davis. Had his pass picked off by Chase Robinson. Chase Robinson racing in on Kinzinger, and he lays it in. Steal the layup attempt for Chase Robinson, who's got points number 7 and 8 off the bench. 5-0 run now for Cleveland State, and they're back within 8. 46-38. 16:57 to play. Dalton Banks calls for the screen. He got tangled up, did Walker.
Called a double foul.
And they're going to call a double foul.
I'll tell you what, that is.
So a B-Day and Chase Walker get whistled for a double foul.
Yeah, I'll tell you, why not warn the kids? Why call a double foul?
So a B-Day is going to pick up his second. Chase Walker is going to pick up his first. Cleveland State now guilty of 2 in this second half. Birds, their first. Personal foul. We played 3 minutes and 10 seconds. 38-46. Cleveland State a 5-0 run. Trimming the Redbird lead day. Walker top side. Drives on a B-Day. Down the lane. Whistle and a blocking foul called. They're going to say that was in the act of shooting, I think. Danielle Robinson pleading his case on the far side that should have been on the ground, and I'm not so sure I disagree with Danielle Robinson.
Yeah, I agree with Danielle. I thought the foul should have been called on the floor.
So they're going to give Chase a pair of foul shots.
Things are starting to heat up. The game's kind of reminded me of yesterday's.
After a B-Day, he's going to pick up his third now, second here in about 15 seconds. Walker back to the line, foul line left. He's 2 of 4 from the stripe today, make it 3 of 5 as he knocks down the first.
Well, B-Day is trying to get physical with Chase Walker, and not much future in that.
No, many have tried. Few have been successful. Labide checks out with those 3 personals. Reese Robinson, the freshman out of Cleveland, comes in to replace him. 1 more to come for Walker. This would make it a 10-point Redbird lead. He misses it off back iron, and Reese Robinson, with a good block out, secures the rebound for Cleveland State. 47-38, 16 and a half to play second half. Sean Stevenson fires a 3. It's off the mark to the right, and Banks Collars the carom for Illinois State. Banks in the dribble to the forecourt. Gives it sideline left to Davis. Refeeds Banks out between the rings. Jump stop. Feeds the post in the paint. Walker blocked from behind by Reese Robinson, out of bounds. It'll stay with Illinois State. With 18 in the shot clock, Birds make a substitution. Davis, check that. Walker checks out. Caden Bozer comes in to replace him. Taj Staveski is going to take a seat for Cleveland State. He's replaced by Cole Franklin, the sophomore out of DeSoto, Texas. 18 in the shot clock for the Birds. They get it into Bozer. Kinziger crosses over, slashes across the lane, left corner Pence. He'll snap off a three, rattles off the mark. Cole Franklin the rebound for the Vikings. He wants to turn and go into the forecourt. Angling right to left. Stops left wing. Gives up top Chase Robinson. Guarded by Banks. Top of the key, Reese Robinson now. He's matched up with Bozer. Kevin Smith angles right. Spins on Pence. Gets to the rim. Layup attempt. No. Contact. A whistle and a foul called. Foul's going to go against Ty Pence. That's going to be his first. And Tevin Smith is going to head to the line for Cleveland State when we come back. Redbird basketball brought to you by Rosalato Services. When it comes to facility management in Central Illinois, Rosalato Services is the name you can trust. The only inclusive facility management company in the area. They offer a custom tailored experience designed to meet all your commercial property needs. Experience a Rosalato difference and contact Rosalato Services today and discover why they're the best in the business. 15:49 to play second half on the McDonald's scoreboard. It's Illinois State 47, Cleveland State 38. This is Redbird basketball on the Xfinity Mobile Redbird Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time to vote for the position for mayor of the city of Bloomington on Tuesday, April 1st.
Hello, this is Bloomington Mayor Mboka Malambwe, and I am asking for your vote on April 1st.
Paid for by Friends of Mboka.
Come on over to the Barrel House. Enjoy our weekly specials, craft beers on tap, and trivia every Tuesday. Located off of South Veterans Parkway, connected to Doubletree by Hilton, open daily. Enjoy a drink at the bar or lunch with your coworkers. For food that lifts your spirits, stop by Barrel House, the official watch party headquarters for Redbird basketball.
One day, you're a new college graduate. The next, you're saying yes to your forever partner. Soon, you're painting a nursery the pinkest shade of pink. Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you in health. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. From checkups to immunizations for your family, your OSF PCP is there for every stage. Your life, our mission. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
It's time to vote for the position for mayor of the city of Bloomington on Tuesday, April 1st.
Hello, this is Bloomington Mayor Mboka Malambwe, and I am asking for your vote on April 1st.
Paid for by Friends of Mboka.
Redbird fans, download the McDonald's app to start earning free food and great game day deals on all your faves in the app. You can also order ahead and save time in line. Download the McDonald's app today. McDonald's, a proud partner of Redbird basketball. 15:49 to go, second half. Here, the College Basketball Invitational Championship game in Daytona Beach, Florida. 47-38. Illinois State, a 9-point lead as Tevin Smith, a 6'4", 200-pound senior out of Danville, Illinois, takes his spot at the line, foul line right, and he knocks down the first. First point of the second half for Tevin Smith. He's now got 6, well below his 14 per game average.
And I'm sure that was the message at halftime in the Cleveland State locker room is, Tevin, we got to get you going.
He makes good on both. He's got 7. He's been in double figures 28 times this year. Went for 37 against Oakland earlier this year. So Cleveland State now back within 7. Birds have led it by as many as 14 in the second half. Kinziger, bobble the dribble, guarded by Stevenson. Picks it up, drives, cut off by Franklin, left of the key. Sends it out to Banks. Banks on the drive against Stevenson. Right corner Davis, right of the key. Up top Bozer, thought about a 3, puts the ball on the deck, drives all the way to the rim. Layup attempt, no, but he was fouled from behind. I believe they're going to get Tevin Smith. No, they're doomed. They're going to get Chase Robinson, the guilty party. Bozer, who's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc, loved the three and then put the ball on the deck and drove right to the rack. Got fouled in the process. He'll go to the line, foul line left, looking to end this run and drought for Illinois State. It was gone without a field goal for nearly 4 minutes. And the first free throw by Bozer is good. He's got 14 points. He had 8 points and 4 rebounds in 11 minutes yesterday. He was 3 of 3 from the stripe. And that win over Incarnate Word in the semifinal round. He's 63% from the line this year. He makes good on both. So Bozer's got 15. That's too shy of his career high. And the Birds are back up to a 9-point lead. 49-40, 15-17 to play second half. Franklin surveys the man-to-man on the right point, gives Reese Robinson top side. Now Stevenson drives on Banks, left of the key, got away with a walk, kicks to Reese Robinson. He'll load up a three. It's too strong. Weak side rebound, poked ahead by Bowden into the hands of Davis. Here come the Birds right to left with a 9-point lead. 49-40, we crawl under 15 minutes to play second half. Banks dances on the dribble right side, sends it above the arc. Davis top side. Davis on the dribble against Franklin. Hands off Kinzinger inside the arc. 18-foot jumper. Heavy off the heel. Rebound Chase Robinson. And Caden Bozer climbed over his back and commits the foul. So Bozer picks up his first. Team foul number 3 on Illinois State here in half number 2. And Cleveland State goes on offense left to right, looking to cut into this 9-point Redbird lead with 14:38 to play. Chase Robinson, top side, Tevin Smith. He's going to cross over on Davis, take him to the rim. High archer with the right hand is good for Tevin Smith. We do not want him to heat up. He's got 9.
And that was excellent defense, I thought, by Jordan Davis. He just made a better play.
49-42, Birds by 7. Kinzinger lost his footing, somehow kept the dribble alive out front. Now crosses over on Franklin, a whistle. They're going to get a blocking foul on Cole Franklin. So Franklin picks up his first for the sophomore out of DeSoto, Texas. Team foul number 5 on Cleveland State. Malachi Poindexter comes back in for Illinois State. Jordan Davis takes his seat. So the Birds now with Bozer, Poindexter, Pence, Banks, and Kinzinger, the 5 on the floor. Trying to play it in right in front of the Redbird bench. Quarter court entry. Gives to Bozer, foul line left, right back over to Banks. Shovels off, head of the key, Pence. Dumps down low, Banks wide open, low left. Elevates to the cup with a kiss. Banks wide open, points number 6 and 7. A nice feed from Pence, and the Birds are back up by 9, 51-42. 13:51 to play. Kinzinger knocked the ball out of the hands of Chase Robinson. He runs it down in backcourt, feeds Reese Robinson. Robinson on the dribble, crosses over on Bozer, takes him to the rim, layup good, counted, and the foul. Pence came over in the help side defense. And I think Pence might have been the recipient of the personal foul. It is. So Ty picks up his second. And a 3-point opportunity upcoming for Reese Robinson, the freshman out of Cleveland, Ohio. Reese Robinson has his first 2. Missed the layup, but missed the free throw. And Cole Franklin got the offensive rebound because nobody blocked him out, and he missed a bunny. Birds come away. Kinzinger slashing, gives to Pence, bobble the dribble, got it back, in the paint, sends it right side. Kinzinger, he'll load up a 3, left it short, rebound in traffic, pulled down by Cole Franklin. 51-44, Birds by 7. Franklin slaloms into the forecourt. Reese Robinson top side. Now out front between the rings is Chase Robinson, a bounce for Tevin Smith on the left point. Gives it sideline left to Franklin. Now Stevenson to the foul line, rising 15-foot jumper is good. Rattles and falls over Poindexter. Jay Sean Stevenson has 9. And just like that, Cleveland State's back within 5. 51-46, 12:49 to play second half. Bozer gives to Banks, blows off the wing, gets to the baseline, circles back out to the foul line at the other end. Now directing traffic with 12 to shoot. Bozer, head of the key, backdoor cut. Kinzinger rising to the rim, missed the layup attempt, got his own rebound. Poindexter's going to load up a 3, right corner and heads. Kinzinger couldn't knock it down, got his own rebound, and then found Poindexter. Right corner, buries a 3 ball. He's got 6, and the Birds are back up by 8. Here's Franklin left of the key for Cleveland State. Cut off on the baseline by Ty Pence. We crawl toward the 12-minute mark. Franklin backs in on Pence, spins baseline, a whistle and a blocking foul called. If this is against Ty, it's going to be his third of the afternoon. No, this one's going to go against Caden Bozer. That'll be his second. Well, our stat monitor says it was on Pence, but the scoreboard says it was on Bozer. So your guess is as good as mine right now. Cleveland State inbounds with 20 in the timer. Tevin Smith stripped away, saved by Franklin, who threw it off the foot of Landon Wolf, and that takes us to a media timeout. Redbird basketball presented by Bratcher Heating and Air Conditioning, providing reliable and professional heating and cooling services you can count on for over 30 years. That's Bratcher Heating and Air Conditioning, making home comfortable again. Visit them online at BratcherComfort.com. 11:59 to play, second half here in Daytona Beach. Championship game of the CBI. Our count at McDonald's scoreboard, Illinois State 54, Cleveland State 46. Presented by Xfinity Mobile. This is Redbird basketball from Learfield.
March is here and the excitement is building. The excitement that spring is coming. And while spring brings chores, it also brings the chance to finally get outside and enjoy the great weather. Stop at Bloomington Meats to celebrate the arrival of spring like I do. For more than a decade, they have offered the best quality, convenience, and value in beef, pork, chicken, turkey, cheese, eggs from local producers straight to your table. Bloomington Meats even has sauces, condiments, marinades, rubs, buns, chips, and more to complete your meals. To save time, check out their assortment of deli meats, summer sausages, snack sticks, jerky, sausage, and fully cooked beef and pork for quick lunches and dinners and snacking. March is also when they try out their new items to see what you think of them. Head to 2401 Bunn Street and find out what I know. They really are the best meat on Bunn Street, or on any street for that matter. Locally owned and operated Bloomington Meats.
Wedding and engagement season are upon us. Contact the experienced events team at Eastland Suites Hotel and Conference Center. Their professional team will ensure your special day exceeds all your expectations. Ask about their special hotel room group rates for out-of-town guests. Call 309-662-0000. Reference this commercial and receive a complimentary champagne toast for you and your wedding party. Eastland Suites Hotel and Conference Center.
A 10-tack enterprise.
Redbird basketball brought to you by Blaze Pizza. Fast, fired, fresh ingredients at crazy fast speeds. Blaze Pizza, 1601 College Avenue Normal, or online at blazepizza.com. 11:59 to play, second half here in the championship game of the College Basketball Invitational. And the Illinois State Redbirds with an 8-point lead on Cleveland State, 54-46. Fitz and Maddie back live courtside. Blake Haas back at our network studios in Bloomington. Birds have led it by as many as 14 here early on in the second half, but Cleveland State not going quietly into that Daytona Beach night.
They are not, and they're doing it offensively, being very aggressive, getting the ball back in the paint. They were successful doing that early in the first half, got away from it. Now they're going right back with it with some success.
Birds' best offense has really been a wide open space in the paint as Cleveland State seems to sell out in the perimeter, and we'll see if they make any changes down the stretch here. Cleveland State the basketball, 14 to shoot after the timeout. They get it in. Tevin Smith bobbled the pass on the inbounds, lost it. Out of bounds, baseline left, and Cleveland State commits the turnover. Good defense applied by the Birds on that inbounds pass on the baseline. Sixth turnover of the night committed by the Vikings out of the Horizon League. Birds guilty of 7. 54-46. Birds by 8. And a hand check called on Chase Robinson at half court as he was trying to make it difficult for Dalton Banks to carry it over the 10-second line. Chase Robinson picks up his second. Team foul number 6 on Cleveland State this half. Chase Walker now has it just inside the arc. Top wheel guarded by Reese Robinson. Puts it in the belly of Banks. Slashes left on the dribble. Now on a switch. Drives on Reese Robinson at the foul line. Gets into the paint. Can't get loose on Robinson. Sends it above the arc. Kinziger. 4 to shoot. Kinziger drives in. Wild layup attempt. Shot. He said it tipped and fouled, but no sail, and that just floats out of bounds, baseline left, and Cleveland State's going to take over. 11:28 to play, 54-46. This is the feeling of a really big possession for the Vikings here, trailing by 8.
Yeah, and offensively, the ball's starting to stick on Illinois State's offense. Got to move the ball, keep Cleveland State on their heels.
Vikings attacking four-quarter right. Kevin Smith drives on Poindexter. Got Walker to leave his feet. Walker swiped it away out of the air, and the Birds come away right to left. Banks slaloms forecourt to a trailing Poindexter. He'll drive with the left hand into the paint. Rise from 10. It's an air ball, and it falls into the waiting hands of Cole Franklin. Here comes Cleveland State left to right. Chase Robinson on the left sideline gives Jay-Sean Stevenson. He's on the dribble against Banks around a Reese Robinson screen. Down the lane, finger roll, and got it to go. Jay-Sean Stevenson has 11. 17th time this year. Stevenson, the freshman out of South Chicago Lindblom High School, has been in double figures off the bench. Wolf a three to answer. It's well off the mark at the other end. The Birds have gone cold from outside. Reese Robinson the rebound for Cleveland State. Gives it outside Stevenson. Hesitation dribble to the elbow. 15-foot jumper too strong. Rebound. A whistle and a foul called, and I think this is going to go against Chase Walker, the Birds. No, Johnny Kinzinger. So Johnny's going to pick up his third. That comes to the 10:23 mark of this second half. Johnny was in foul trouble most of last night and spent the vast majority of the first half on the bench today with early foul trouble. Picks up his third. Cleveland State inbound. Baseline right. They get it in. Smith. Low right. Layup attempt doesn't go. And a late foul called against Malachi Poindexter.
Wow.
That seemingly bails out Tevin Smith, who seemed like he had way too much mustard on that floater from the right block. And Tevin Smith's going to go to the line, foul line right.
Kind of called that in long distance, didn't they? The underneath official had a look at it, didn't call it, and the guy farthest from the play made the call.
Tevin Smith, 9 points, 2 of 2 from the stripe today, and he knocks down the first. So Tevin Smith now with 10. 5 here in the first 10 minutes of the second half. He's in double figures for the 29th time. Jordan Davis comes in to replace Poindexter. Malachi checks out. He's guilty of 3 personal fouls as well. So Malachi and Kinzinger both guilty of 3 fouls so far today. Smith, 1 more foul shot to come. Free throw on the way. Rattles out. Wolf the rebound for the Birds. The Redbird lead stays at 5, 54-49. Led it by as many as 14 early second half. 10-10 to play in this second half of the title game at the CBI. Banks out between the circles. Guarded by Tevin Smith. Gives to Wolf. He'll hook a pass right side. Kinzinger. Lob feet down low. Trying to find a Walker. And a foul called against Cleveland State. They're going to get Reese Robinson with a personal foul, trying to deny that entry pass down low. Robinson's going to pick up his third. Team foul number 7, and a 1-on-1 opportunity now for Chase Walker, foul line left.
Yeah, Cleveland State is really doubling and tripling down on Big Chase every time he gets the ball. He needs to catch and kick, find an open teammate.
7 points for Chase tonight. He's 3 of 6 from the line. Left-hander sends the free throw, and he earns the bonus as he knocks it down. 8th point of the afternoon for Chase. 27 points last night, 20 points and 9 rebounds against Presbyterian on Sunday night. Redbird lead is 6. 1 more to come. Exactly 10 minutes to play here in Daytona. Free throw, good. Chase makes them both. He's got 9, and the Redbird lead is 7. 56-49. Chase Robinson, offensive end for Cleveland State. Hounded by Kinzinger. Johnny picks his pocket and then is fouled immediately by Chase Robinson. Big time on-ball defensive play by the sophomore out of De Pere, Wisconsin, who just swiped it away from Chase Robinson. Chase Robinson picks up his third foul in the process, and Johnny's going to go to the line, foul line left for a 1-on-1 opportunity. Chase Walker checks out. Caden Bozer comes in to replace him.
Yeah, Chase and Robinson playing the point for Cleveland State. Doesn't seem that comfortable with the ball.
Kinzinger knocks down the first foul shot for Johnny. Here's the bonus. A B-Day comes in for Cleveland State. Reese Robinson takes a seat with those 3 personal fouls. Abrima Deba is their starting point guard, and he has not played a whole lot here this afternoon so far. He has 2 points in just 15 minutes. 58-49. Birds by 9. Kinzinger goes 2 of 2 from the stripe. He's got 8 points this afternoon. 3 well off the mark by Tevin Smith, and it floats out of bounds. Baseline right as it barely drew iron. Cleveland State's going to take time with 9:32 to play second half. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step out. Redbird fans, the Heller stores are just a short drive away for the best vehicle selection, best prices, and best service. Heller Ford in El Paso and Heller Motors in Pontiac. Shop them online today at hellerstores.com. 9:32 to play second half here in Daytona on a McDonald's scoreboard. Illinois State a 9-point lead, 58-49 on Cleveland State, presented by Xfinity Mobile. This is Redbird basketball from Learfield.
What makes First State Bank different from every other bank? This is Jim Roseland, and I'm not going to tell you that our products are much different than theirs, but no different than the best college athletes making personal sacrifices so their team can win. First State Bank sacrifices our self-interest in order for our customers to win. If you're not working with us, you should see why everyone else is. Come visit us at the corner of Eastland Drive and Hershey Road, or at firststatebank.biz. First State Bank, member FDIC.
Life is worth enjoying, and Avanti's is perfect for enjoying every moment. You bring the family, friends, laughter, smiles, and Avanti's will serve you the taste of tradition. And we'll clean up the dishes too. Gather in our dining room with family and friends for Italian home cooking. For big celebrations, Avanti's banquet room fits graduation, retirement, baby showers, or birthdays. Celebrate big and small at your local Avanti's, because life is worth enjoying every moment.
At the home of the gondola, Avanti's.
We all have a mission in life. For some, it's sinking that game-winning shot. For others, it's cheering for your team from the sidelines. At OSF Healthcare, we want you to be the best you possible. We're here for the Bloomington Normal community to make your life just a little bit easier. Whatever your mission, we're here to support it, so you can get back to the court, the field, or the stands. Your life, our mission. Learn more at osfhealthcare.org/mission.
Redbird Nation, stop by Bloom Barista today at 608 North Main Street in Bloomington and indulge in their array of fresh fruit juices, decadent thick shakes, refreshing smoothies, fusion burgers, and panini sandwiches crafted as always to perfection. And Illinois State University students, don't forget, show your student ID at Bloom Barista. Receive 15% off your order. That's Bloom Barista, 608 North Main Street in Bloomington. 9:35 to play. Second half here in Daytona Beach. Title game, the College Basketball Invitational. And the Birds now a 9-point lead. 58-49 over Cleveland State. The Birds have gone cold, though. They've done it all at the line. No field goals in the last 3 minutes. Birds break huddle with Davis, Wolf, Bozer, Banks, and Kinzinger as Cleveland State extends the defense. Taj Staveski comes in. Guards Kinzinger. Now Banks has it right sideline, matched up with Stevenson. Bozer, open look, left wing three. Yes, sir. He knocks it down over Arnett. 4-3 of the night for Bozer. He's got 18 off the bench, and the Birds lead it by a dozen. 61-49. Here's Arnett, terminates a dribble, top of the key. Plays it away, Stevenson. He'll negotiate traffic. Stop, pop, three straight on. Left it short off the front of the iron, and Kinzinger secures the rebound for the Birds. Gives to Banks. Dalton up the right sideline. Bozer top side. Now Wolf bluffs the three. Takes it top of the wheel. Davis around to the right. They go to Banks. Turns on Deba. Jump pass. Kinzinger. Catch and shoot three. Left wing. Rattles and falls for Johnny. Johnny's in double figures with 11 for the 30th time in 35 games. And the Birds lead it by 15. A 10-0 run over the last 81 seconds for Illinois State. It's 64-49 with 8:19 to play. Here's Deba. Right point for Cleveland State. Staveski thought about a three. Got Wolf to leave his feet. Fires a three. Contact. No foul called. Adibe gets the offensive rebound, the putback, and he got hacked on his way in. So a B-Day, points number 8 and 9, his first 2 here in the second half. And the Redbird foul called against Dalton Banks. That's going to be his first of the afternoon for Dalton. And a B-Day is going to go to the line, foul line right, where he's 2 of 2. Banks will take a seat. Malachi Poindexter comes in to replace him.
Yeah, I like that substitution. Banks is kind of breathing hard. Give him a couple-minute blow and get him back down the stretch.
Cole Franklin in for Cleveland State as Dylan Arnett take a seat.
I wonder if Arnett's injured or sick.
We thought that would be a phenomenal matchup between he and Walker, and Arnett has really not played much tonight at all. Abide knocks down the foul shot. He's in double figures with 10. Just the 4th time he's been in double figures this year. Birds by a dozen, 64-52. 8-minute mark, second half here in Daytona Beach. Kinzinger crouches in the right-hand dribble. Gives out between the rings. Bozer terminates the dribble, gets the Poindexter, angles left, back over the Bozer. Tries to dump it down low, broken up in traffic, into the hands of Cole Franklin. Lead feed Stevenson. Stevenson bobbled the pass. Has it back now, short corner left. He'll reset the offense, wait for the cavalry, spins on Bozer, takes him to the hole, reverse layup attempt. Wild shot didn't go. Cole Franklin got the rebound, but he was rejected from behind by Jordan Davis, and the Birds come out of the fray with the basketball. 64-52, Birds by 12. Kinzinger right corner. 2 hands of pass, right point. Wolf, reverse left side. Davis blows off the wing. Step back, 10-foot jumper, short corner left. Remy, no. Bozer got the offensive rebound, put it back up and in. And Ryan Peden takes time at the 7:13 mark here in the second half. Caden Bozer with the offensive rebound and the putback. Give him 20, a new career high for the 5th-year senior. Transfer out of Valdosta State, and we will step out as well. Redbird fans, Heaters Hot Chicken is now mobile. Brighten up any school, corporate, neighborhood, or family function with the Heaters food truck. Bring the greatest chicken in all the lands to you and your friends. Book the food truck now at heaterschicken.com. 7:13 to play, second half here in Daytona Beach on our McDonald's scoreboard. It's the Birds by 14. Illinois State 66, Cleveland State 52. Presented by Xfinity Mobile. This is Redbird basketball from Learfield.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity,
We engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go.
Posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever.
Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and 1 unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay to store pay account. Restrictions apply. Equipment tax and fees extra. After promo regulated supply. Xfinity Internet required. Extra speeds vary.
Doubletree by Hilton Bloomington, the preferred hotel for Redbird Athletics. Call Doubletree for your next Hilton stay. 309-664-6446. Need space to hold a meeting or event? We are here for you. Doubletree by Hilton Bloomington. 309-664-6446. That's 309-664-6446. Where the little things mean everything.
AM 1230 and FM 102.1 WJBC. Blake Haas back in the network studios, also on 98.9 WJEZ. Redbirds leading here, 7:13 to go. Well, we could be CBI champions. We'll find out here in just a few. Tomorrow night, due to scheduling conflicts, Illinois State women's basketball will compete in the WNIT. And they are the final 16 teams. That game is over at the Shirk Center at Illinois Westland's campus. And our pregame starts at 6:20. Tip-off is at 6:30 tomorrow night. Greg Holbleib has the call here on WJBC. Now back down to Florida with John and Maddie, guys.
Thank you very much, Blake. Redbird fans, life's just better with choices. And at Heartland Bank and Trust Company, they believe in giving you a choice with checking accounts that fit you best. Personal or business, you'll find a checking account that works for you. Good people. Great account choices. Heartland Bank. Open an account today at hbtbank.com. 7:13 to play here in the 24-25 campaign. And the Birds enjoying a 14-point lead on Cleveland State, 66-52. In this championship tilt to the College Basketball Invitational inside the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. Birds break huddle with Landon Wolf, Malachi Poindexter, Johnny Kinzinger, Jordan Davis, and Caden Bozer.
The Cleveland State assistant coaches are looking at each other and say, who's 33? He's killing us.
Cole Franklin bobble the dribble. Has it right to the key. Up top, Abide fires a three. It's off the front of the rim. No, back tap and into the hands of Johnny Kinzinger. And Cleveland State has gone ice cold. 1 for their last 8 from the floor as the Birds have built up this 14-point lead. Davis to a curling Poindexter. Squares his shoulders, right point three. Heavy off the heel. And Kirms over the backboard out of bounds to Cleveland State.
Take that shot every time from Malachi.
The way Malachi has been shooting the three. It's his first miss of the night. He is 4 for 6 over the last 2 nights from beyond the arc off the bench. 6:39 to play. Birds by 14. Cole Franklin drives it on Wolf. Blocked from behind by Bozer. Ball deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Illinois State Redbirds. It'll stay with Cleveland State.
Bozer,
19 on the shot clock.
Did Bozer get that block?
I believe he did.
My goodness.
He's done a little bit of everything tonight. A career high 20 points. A perfect night. 7